Racing Series at Bristol Motor Speedway. I have in here with me again for 2 weeks in a row, Shady Acres retirement home. His hip is hurting. His arthritis is kicking, but he is here and he's ready to go. How you doing, Shady?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good, and it's both hips, by the way. That is
Oh,
both
it's both
hips.
hips. I apologize. I apologize. I didn't want to share one. I did not want to give one hip special treatment over the other, so I apologize.
No,
But
sir. No, sir.
so
But we're doing excited, man. Excited, man. Watch these guys. This Xfinity series, man. They had I thought was a really, really good race last week at Vegas. We're gonna see how they handle the tricky bull
the
ring.
high banking, low high speed that is Bristol, which is I call it low high speed because you're not going fast, but it looks like you're going super fast.
Hmm.
Um, don't run the bottom because it's going to kick you up top, but don't run the high side because it's going to put you in the wall. I mean, this track is crazy. I mean, I'm looking forward to see what these guys can do, how they can handle it. But this is gonna be an interesting race. I mean, it's Bristol. I mean, every series is going to do it, so you're going to get a first preview of what the Xfinity cars can do at Bristol, and then you're going to get the Cup cars tomorrow, and you're going to get the trucks on Saturday. So this could be very interesting. I'm looking forward to it, though. I mean, I'm hoping these guys have practiced enough to realize where they can and can't run, made the adjustments to what they can and can't do, and we're going to see some good racing.
And the question tonight, the big knockoff Henson.
I
Can
don't think
somebody
Henson is racing.
really? Yeah, I didn't know if he. I just figured he was racing. I didn't see anything. But I mean, I may have missed it. I've been working all day, so I didn't catch up on the Discord.
Yeah, I know,
But
adult life, it happens.
yeah, life happens. Life
Life
happens to us
happens,
all.
work happens. I had to go fix
But
like 8 people's internet today, but you know,
oh,
I'm not
man,
complaining about it. Maybe I am a little bit.
it was, I don't know where it was where you were, man, but I looked on my phone earlier at the marina, and it said felt like 100. It was about 97 and felt like 104. So it definitely was hot out, and hopefully we don't see a lot of hot tempers tonight.
Yep,
Hopefully, I
we are
think
doing
these.
they're doing roll call right now.
All right,
So
sweet.
I
So we're
think we're
gonna
gonna
get
get
ready.
we got Trav Nation in here, that millennial guy. I'm not, so he's
Well,
looking
you
for
know
Trav
he's
Nation. He's
he.
voting for Trav right off the bat.
You
So
know,
we got
Trav
Trav Nation
Nation.
showing in first comment. That should get a reward. And once we get some koozies out, I feel like I'm going to give away. I feel like when I'm doing a stream, the first comment on the stream is going to get a giveaway. This
All
should be
right.
good.
All right.
And
I love
Travis,
my
Travis,
koozie, by the
Travis, you cannot vote for yourself. I'm sorry. Travis is over here rooting for himself.
way. Well, I mean, Travis has so many fans and followers. I don't even think he has to vote by himself. He's got so many to throw it in there for him. But you know, these
Oh,
guys. I know. Did we get the? I know a lot of these guys have been put in a lot of practice. I know that there was quite a few guys that missed the
yep. And I'm sorry, millennial guy. I don't know how the koozies yet. I will have them, but if you're the first comment, I'll give you one. I have no problem with that. I feel like you're sitting right next to Travis and want to do the koozie. I'll get you one. Don't you worry about it.
those things are awesome. I love mine, by the way. I love mine. I have it at work, so it keeps my it keeps my bottled
And we
water.
got Brett over here saying, "Let's go, Dale." So may Dale be with you. Who's got a fan? Okay.
Yep.
So we got right now before the even race has even started, we got 6 viewers, 6 comments. I like that ratio. That's pretty good. As let's prep them for what Bristol is. And if anybody who has not watched, he said, he said he has fans across the country. I understand it, millennial. I get it.
I don't
Let's
doubt it.
so let's understand what Bristol is. Bristol is what used to be a low line track, probably 6 years ago, has now become that high line, run the wall, almost like a Darlington. You almost want to run that wall and just hug it, get that run off the turn. But there are some guys who can uh, run that bottom, but the very thing, it's hard. You got to save the right rear. You've got to avoid that bottom line, because if you hit that black on the apron, it will kick you up real quick.
Oh, it's gonna.
Oh,
It's gonna.
we got the join. So let's get the join going. As we are joining in right now, and we are tuning in to what is the Hammerdown Xfinity Series, as they take on the monster that is Bristol. 17 cars.
Is a monster.
Yeah. So I saw the lobby is 16 cars showed up tonight for tonight's race. Let's go number 10. So Dunlap is rooting for Exotic. I'm rooting for Exotic too. Exotic had a rough race. Exotic had a rough race last week. Had some issues, but I feel like Exotic is with the tutelage of that is Dunlap, who is father. All right, so here we go. We're catching the restart now, as the 8 of May Dale Be With You is on the front row, which I believe that is a 36 Trap on the outside. And this is what I want to see. I want to see these guys who can handle the 2x2. That's the most important thing of Bristol, is being able to handle the 2x2. And I will tell you this, the one thing I've always hated about Bristol is if you're 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th back, people don't understand. When you restart, your wheel is turned because you're actually in the turn of out of turn
right
4.
There.
Oh, we got a wreck real quick.
And they're going to collect the other guys in the back.
Yeah, and I believe that is going to be. I don't think that's going to be a caution though. These guys are still moving.
Trap got turned around. I didn't see who it was. They were coming off of the turn there, and I couldn't see who it was. Got into the wall and just pinballed and ricocheted off of that wall right down. And Trap just wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah. Definitely not the start he wanted to have, as he was on the outside pole, like you were saying.
Yeah, he's going to know, like, this is a long race. And keep in mind, on a green flag pit stop, you're going to go down, 2-3 laps?
Yeah, you're going down on a green flag pit stop, and Trap up into the wall again there. But yeah, on a green flag stop, you're going on a four tires change. If you're going 4 tires, you're definitely going down 3. If you do 2, then you, depending upon how they're running and where they're running, and if they're spread out, that kind of thing, you might get away with only going 2 laps down.
So one thing a lot of people don't know here too, as well as a lot of people do who watch us. So at Bristol, you're not really worried about damage. You got some front end damage, side damage that might actually help you. The one thing you got to worry about in this race is that rear bumper damage. That could make you really loose on the long run.
And especially here at Bristol, Jenks, and I mean, you know this from much experience, that as the tires get worn out, there's a lot of tendency where you can start off and have a nice snug car, but as that fuel burns off and the tires get worn down a little bit, it's going to get loose. So it's naturally going to get loose as the run goes on. So a lot of times,
and these guys have to build these long run cars. But I mean, at the end of the day, let's be honest, it's a Heat 5 lobby. I mean, these guys have had to contemplate that ability to, do I build a long run car or do I build a short run car and hope for the cautions? Because I mean, that's actually a thing. I mean, and I've thought about it when I build my setups. Do I want to build a car that's maybe good for 10, 15, 20 laps because I know eventually the caution is going to come out? Or do I build it to not be so fast on the early run, but be really good 25, 30 laps into a run?
Absolutely. And, it's going to be very interesting to see these guys. A lot of times, like you said, man, I wouldn't be surprised if guys were taking it, especially being here in Bristol, that's just known you know, to wreck some race cars. I'm actually impressed here. You know, kicking off this race, that these guys are settling down. There's a lot of patience. You know, being a stage one, you know, we've been prone to see these Xfinity guys. You know, on the drop of the green flag, they just want to all of a sudden get to the front, get to the front, get to the front.
Yeah, and there's a pretty good battle right there in front of Collins. And I'm staying on Collins because he's got the best view of it. There's 4 cars battling right now. I believe that's the trying to see. I can't tell who the cars are. It looks like the 10 of Exotic.
Oh, into the wall.
Oh, wall. There it is.
And that was Canute in the 90.
Not Canute.
In the 90. Yeah. And I think that's he's a victim of that car really
so
getting
we got
loose.
The 07 of Sniper trying to make the move underneath Maydale, but I mean, as we've seen at Bristol, that high line is king at Bristol, and I don't remember what year when they did the changes at Bristol to make the high line what it is, but I think it was probably 6-7 years ago, because I remember Bristol was the line to be in.
Oh yeah,
on the bottom line. And then
that was a big problem there.
It's like they shaved the banking off or something.
Yeah,
and they think they shaved the top end banking off, and that actually made the high line better.
Yep, and it really came in as Trapp now just came out of the pits. He went ahead. He went ahead and he made a green flag stop after getting that damage. So I think he's now going to be a couple laps down at least from going into the pits and making. And there's the 89 with the lag there.
But see, Scoop is doing it smart though. Scoop's going to do it now. This Xfinity race has a lot of laps in it, and you know that when you have the run, and if Scoop has the setup, or I'm sorry, Trapp, if Trapp has the setup, he can probably not take tires the rest of the stage, and he can literally maybe only take gas.
Yeah,
I mean, these guys, it's only 2 times wear, so if your setup is right, you can get away with not taking tires in the middle, in stages. You could just take them at the stage breaks, and then let them run the entire race. So that's what these setups are doing. And as you see, Sniper has taken the lead from Maydale Be With You, and he's got the 9 of Field Filler right behind him. So it looks like maybe at the beginning of the race, Maydale Be With You has a really good short run car, and then maybe did what we were talking about, set up a car for a short run, hoping there were going to be cautions, and then a caution hasn't flown yet, and he's maybe thinking, oh, maybe I set it up wrong.
And I think these guys, I mean, I was definitely anticipating, you know, having, and Maydale just kissed the wall there, a little good luck, as he's now got Field Filler on the 9 car right underneath of him. But like I said, I was really anticipating some that we'd have probably, you know, a couple cautions by now. So, you know, being here at Bristol, you know, I mean, you know, it's everybody has seen it once and twice. You know, got, you know, a lot of cautions want to fly early, but these guys are doing a very, very good job. You know, having a lot of patience, taking what's given to them. And you see that with Sniper and now Field Filler as they moved up to 1-2, and Maydale Be With You has dropped to 3rd. But like you said, and Sniper there really looks like he has his car kind of dialed in, just like you said, on that long run, as he's starting to pull away a little bit.
Yep, and so we got to go through some comments here. Hothead Rye, we all know him. He's going for Filski. Tiana has commented twice. She's saying good luck, Travis. She said Bristol is one of her favorite tracks. And she's saying hope everyone has a great race. So thank you, Tiana, for chiming in every week as you do. And as soon as I get some koozies, Tiana, you will get one. You want a sticker, you tell me, you let me know what you want. I will make it happen. I promise you that one. But one of the cars I want to watch right now is I'm on Scoop right now. And the reason I'm on Scoop is because Scoop is probably 3 to 4 laps down. But he has the ability right now with fresh tires to actually get one of his laps back. And it's very easy to get your laps back here at Bristol when the leader is pit. And if he gets one of his laps back, that could change the entire complexion of the races. I'm going to follow Sniper right here. We're going to see what he's doing as he's walking away from field filler. And Sniper's doing the one thing that we didn't think people would do. And that's run the low line. Sniper, field filler, Maydale, he's actually moved his line down away from the wall. And these guys have actually moved to the middle.
Yep, right there in the center.
Sniper tags the wall a little bit.
And just a little bit. Just a little bit. And
it doesn't take much. This is a very, I would call this a rhythm track. And this is one of those things, you get about 5-10 laps in there, and you get your rhythm, you could be unstoppable. But if you mess your rhythm up one time, whether it hit the wall, hit the apron, you're clueless for 5 laps.
And speaking of hitting the wall, Jinx, Canute in that 90 car just broke loose coming off of turn 4. Just the back end just came right around on him and hit that inside wall head on. So he looks like he's coming around. He's going to come into the pits now, get some of that damage fixed. So he's going to go several laps down, but he took a hard hit there on the inside wall all by himself. I mean, I was watching him on the stream, and that back end just slid right around on him.
And that's what we talked about, is like, you got to save that right rear. I mean, this is a track where you want to be loose. You want to be able to carry that speed out of the exit, be able to roll the turn. Be able to roll it. But, I mean, by doing that, if you set your car up the right way, you can do it, but you're going to burn that right rear off. And on a long run, like we're seeing right now, that will hurt you, 30 to 40 laps into a run, and you're not going to be able to hit the gas until you're completely out of the turn.
Yep. So, going back up, and also, guess what, Jinx? That
Sniper got loose, and the 9 goes around Sniper to take the lead. The 9 of Field Filler has taken the lead, and here comes Maydale be with you. Looks like once he adjusted his line, he has actually been able to maintain his car. Sniper looks to be a little loose on exit as well. And it's become what these cars have seen as grip it and rip it. As Brett has commented in the Bristol stripe. We can hashtag that, the Bristol stripe. But I mean, these guys are going to have to hold on. I mean, some cars are tight, some cars are loose. I know my Cup car for tomorrow night is very tight. I don't know why. But it's going to be interesting to see the least.
Well, I mean, as we were just talking about earlier, Jinx, that, it's going to loosen up. I mean, these cars, you're starting to see it. We just saw with Canute. That back end just slide right around on them and got loose. So now that these guys, we got 47 laps to go. We've completed 40 laps now, so they're 40 laps in. So definitely got some wear on these tires. So now we're really going to see, as we see Travis duck down to the inside. Was that Trav? In the 89, nope. Yeah. Yep. He just spun around. And we got some cars in the wall trying to avoid him. And looks like caution is out there, Jenks. Caution is waving.
I believe there's a caution is out.
And Trav, and that could have been a bit of a savior for Travis, getting sideways and getting loose. So Woody is in 13th, the first car lap down. So he's going to get his lap back. Trap is now 3 laps down, and Canute is 4 laps down. So
okay, so that would be Trap would get his lap back though. So that puts Trap 2 laps down.
Yep.
He would technically be the lucky dog. So in the long run, that's actually going to benefit him, because even if something happens, he's going to get his lap backs on the stage breaks. So, as we got Field Filler and May Delby with you starting on the front row with Sniper, and I believe that is the 54 of Trinity.
And look who else is moving up slowly but surely. He started all the way in the back. We thought, you had thought that he was not going to be in the race, But there is that 5 car of Henson.
Oh,
As
he's in
now
here?
Moved up, yeah, he's broken into the top 5. He's right there in 5th now.
Yeah, so
And
May Dale Be With You shows he's got a really good car on 4 tires.
Yeah, and look at him. He just kind of shoots out like a rocket there on these restarts.
He does, and I think he maybe is banking on some quick cautions. I mean, I feel like he set his car up for the short run.
Yeah, and you can see that, which I would think doing the same. Like I said, I would, we just had our first caution. I was anticipating, like I said, several cautions by now. But like I said, several times now, very impressed with these guys, just showing a lot of patience. And, the caution that we've seen and some of the guys that have spun are not, from contact, but just literally losing,
just a loose car.
Losing that back end.
Yeah. As I'm going to do the rear view from May Dale Be With You. Sorry, pardon the interruption, but the broadcaster's kids are up, and he has to go take care of that.
All right. As Maydale in that 8 car, jumping out, back out in the lead, like we were just saying, as he's getting, starting to pull away a little bit from field filler in that 9 car in 2nd spot. And Henson has now moved up to 3rd. So Henson, starting all the way in the back, and to start this race, has now moved, up to 4th. So he's right on Sniper's tail, right there in 4th position. So keep those eyes on that 5 car, but and see if somebody can best that 5 car of Henson, as Henson has been obviously the dominant car here in the Xfinity Series here in the early going of this season. Already has several wins underneath of his belt, looking for another one. As these guys are starting to kind of get some space now. Sniper right on the heels now of field filler, as he's got Henson right in his back seat practically. As for 2nd spot, is Henson now taking a peek underneath Sniper, not able to make the pass.
I'm back. So I'm going to go over here to this field filler battle right here. Well, it's going to put it on Sniper, but that's a pretty good battle with Sniper. The 5 of Henson.
Talking about that. Yep, we were just talking about that with field filler, Sniper, and Henson, 2, 3, and 4 right there, battling it out. Making a nice little battle here.
I think in the long run, that Highline is going to be the one to prevail, because he just gets that run. Oh, his Sniper cuts the nose off of Henson. Didn't really hurt him that much, so, and that's another thing too, like, if you cut the nose off somebody, you're not really killing the run that somebody gets.
Like you definitely kill their momentum, that's for sure.
Yeah, but you don't kill the run. They're not going to lose 5 positions.
No, they're not going to lose 5 positions or pretty much any positions unless they're, somebody's right on them. As we see Sniper really working at high line. I mean, he's not even in the middle. He's above that. He's going way up high. As Henson is pretty much following suit. He's looking in his rear view as much as he's looking at his front.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is Sniper trying to block Henson. Oh, is Maydale got with you a little bit? Oh, yep, Maydale. Oh, Sniper's gonna poke his nose in right here.
Yep.
Let's change the camera angle on this.
Oh, and
we're gonna do the rear cam.
Just a little.
We're gonna do the rear cam. As field filler has moved into 1st with Sniper right behind him and Henson right behind him. And I'm trying to see who that is in 5th. I believe. I'm trying to see who that is.
That is Trinity.
That's Trinity.
Another
51. New guy to season 4. Joined in. Dark Knight vouched for him. Has put together a good race. As we're going to follow Henson for a little bit here. As Henson is sticking to the Highline a little bit longer than Sniper does. In 1 and 2. I believe that was 1. Yep, that was 1 and 2. or 3 and 4, and then Sniper dives it low in 3 and 4, but Sniper's actually adjusted his line. Field Filler, one of those guys, he's not going to give his line away. He's going to hold his line, and you're going to have to pass him, but Sniper is trying to dive low and try to get that run off the exit, and he's just not getting what he wants.
Field Filler running a very, very good line, and as we take a look at that 8, the 8 car, very, very good driving on the 8 car's part as he got up into the wall a little bit and prevented that car from bouncing off of the wall and taking out Henson and Field Filler as they were side by side. Very good piece. I mean, he definitely lost a lot of momentum, and as you said, you know, he definitely looks like he has that short run car because he's now dropped to 4th. And he is just not able to keep up with those guys as the laps wear on. As we now see Trinity in that 51 start to reel Dale in for that 4th position. As we move back up front, and look at, here comes Henson. Henson took a peek for underneath Sniper, and look at Sniper go way up high.
Yeah, Sniper's as much as Sniper annoys me, I like Sniper. He knows where the car is fast. And at Bristol, the car is fast on the high side on the exit. That's just where it is.
Man.
But I'm telling you, Maydale has not lost it. He's still right there. If these guys start messing up just a little bit, he's going to be right there again.
Well, very interesting to see his car. You know, I mean, I think you almost kind of look at as we see a battle for the lead here. And Henson going around Sniper actually for 2nd on a power move, went right around him on the outside. I think Sniper kind of let him go there, Jenks. Didn't put up much of a fight.
He might have.
There.
I mean, that's one of those decisions you got to make, like, okay, am I going to kill my tires and kill my car, or just let him go and then run my line again and try to keep up with him?
Yeah, especially we're still early in the race. We still have 13 laps left to go in stage 1. So with another dozen laps until we get to the end of the stage, a Sniper up into the wall just a little bit, but you know, I think Sniper, you know, just like you said, I mean, he saw Henson was really trying to get around him, and he did, you know, I don't think he really wanted to burn up all of his stuff, make sure he had enough to get to the end, but also, you know, he raced him, but at the same time, he doesn't want, you know, it's too early in the race to really, really race him hard, you know, throwing blocks, you know, and risk something happen of getting together and taking out himself or both of them. I mean,
I'm pretty sure the Xfinity field would not be upset if Henson got taken out, but you know.
No, I don't think they would. They would be rejoicing. I think you hear the cheers of the drivers over the crowd and the engines.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like when Logano got wrecked by Kenseth at Martinsville, you would hear the cheers. Let's go over here and follow Swamp Ass as Trinity, as he's trying to reel in Maydale for 4th.
And I think Dale, you know, he has definitely a short run speed, and then it almost kind of seems like there's that space in between after he has that short run and the rest of the, you know, these top 3 kind of take over for the long run, but then he kind of, almost kind of like when the tires, you know, these guys starting to get a little bit of wear and tear on the tires, then he's able to keep up again, and if not, you know, start shutting that cutting into that interval a little bit. But it's almost kind of like, I don't know, maybe about a dozen or so laps, and he goes, okay, and then I have a short run car for the first 5 or 10 laps. And are we under the caution? I think we are under the caution.
I believe we are under the caution. This will put a really short run to the end of stage 1, which will benefit Maydale. And then at the same time, who's going to pit at the end of the stage? So everyone's going to pit here. That's going to get Trap his lap back again. So that'll put Trap one lap down.
Actually, that is stage one. I'm sorry.
Oh, that is
the end of
stage one. Okay.
Yep, that's
so
stage
put
one.
Trap. So put Trap
Yep.
one lap down. So if
Field Filler gets that win there, Jinx, on the stage one.
he reminds me so much of me. That's an inside joke that me and him have. Kill
Let me
Switch.
give you the rundown of this top 10 here, Jinx. We got Field Filler taking that green-white checker as we start stage two, but Field Filler takes first, Sniper in second, Henson gets third, Trinity gets fourth, Maydale gets fifth, Anxious Yeti, COVID Yeti comes back and gets sixth, Filski gets seventh, Exotic Vision in eighth, Jared in ninth, and Collins rounds out the top 10.
And put a new leader on the board for Bristol as Trinity has launched it off the outside from the restart and has taken the lead from Field Filler.
And now we're gonna see. Let's see what
Trinity can do up in the lead.
Yeah. Now, at a track like Bristol, do you think that the clean air makes any difference at all? Being in that
Absolutely
clean air?
not.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Clean air means nothing. Damage means nothing.
Yep. I mean, the damage, like you said, I mean, there's been times where your car can be awfully loose, and all of a sudden you get a little bit of damage and it tightens you up.
But the only difference is, like, you want to worry about, the only damage you really want to, like, stress about is that rear bumper damage.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can get front end damage, which will tighten you up, side damage, which would tighten you up, but that rear end damage, that yellow bumper on your damage screen when you hit that circle button, that's the one you got to worry about, because that's the one that makes you looser than you want to be. Yeah. Or looser than you expect to be.
If you look at this field, you know, I see Filski still working that bottom line. But if you look at Filski in that 18, he was working that bottom line along with the 7 car of Yeti. But for the most part, looks like pretty much everybody has followed suit with those leaders and moved up the track into that middle groove. As Maydale now stuck on the inside.
And you know, at every racetrack in this game, you want to be on the inside. I don't think you want to be on the inside of Bristol.
I don't think so. I think you're right. I think it's almost
you may be faster, but you're gonna destroy your tires.
Yep. Ooh, and Yeti up into the wall. Yeti came right off of turn 4 and got into that wall.
Yeah, I'm on the 51 of Trinity, who has watched Henson walk away, and now Sniper has made the move, but Trinity's going to make the crossover right here. And, he just can't complete it because Sniper gets that run going into the high side. Sniper wants to beat Henson.
And Henson is checking out now a little bit.
He is, and he's feeling the momentum right now. So, like, when we call this a momentum track, it's, you're not battling anybody. Run your line. Do what you have to do. And when you're in the lead, you can only run your line. You don't have to worry about the car inside of you, car outside of you. Let off when you want. Brake if you have to.
And you can really get into that rhythm. And Henson looks like he's starting to find that little rhythm out in that familiar lead spot. As I'm riding on his hood right now and checking out this line, and he is right there
in the black,
in that top line, yeah, right in that upper black.
The upper.
He's not even coming anywhere near that low line. He don't want to have anything to do with that low line, which is very interesting. Now, I myself, it's no secret that I'm a bottom feeder myself. I love that low line, but here, looking at this race, maybe taking a couple of notes, and maybe we'll see how tomorrow night goes. But these guys definitely wanting that mid and upper line and using it well. As these guys, some of them are getting so far up into that upper groove that, Yeah, I don't know if you can almost fit a sheet of paper in between the wall and their passenger.
The wall is where you want to be.
Yep.
The wall is definitely where you want to be at Bristol. That's where you can carry the most momentum, get that most speed off the exit. I mean, we're gonna look at Exotic here as he's following behind Trap, and Exotic right here, follow behind Trap. Trap is a good racer. He knows what lines to run. Follow behind him, learn from him a little bit.
Yep, very experienced. Very, very experienced. As there goes Exotic in that 10 car. And like we were talking about Exotic, we got a little bit loose coming off of turn 2. But as we were talking about Exotic here, you know, at the beginning of the race, you know, following his father's footsteps, like you said, Jinx, he had a bit of a rough race last week at Vegas, but here he is putting a good race together so far, and it's just all about experience for a young guy like him. You know, just getting that seat time and getting more experience, getting laps down, and the more that he does, the better he's going to get, as he's putting together a real good run in that 10 car tonight.
Yep, and we got Death Before Dishonor chiming in on the stream. He says from practicing them a bit, he felt like in Xfinity the fast groove was lower than the cup line. So he said more towards the middle to the bottom was better than cup was, but the top line is still faster in his opinion. Oh, it's Exotic. Spins it right across the start-finish line, hits the inside wall.
Man. Oh, man. A lot of damage to the front end. That's okay, though. He's still on the lead lap. We have a lot to go here in Stage 2. We're just at the beginning of Stage 2. So, and up into the wall again. So, come on, Exotic.
And it looks like May Dale Be With You has gotten by Field Filler. So, put May Dale Be With You in second. So, maybe Dale has figured out a way to extend the life of his short run car.
As we got, I think, Dale got up into the wall. As I
say that, the broadcaster's curse has come into full effect.
Oh, so, man, he's gonna, and that dropped him back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th spot. He was right up there in the 3rd, trying to reel Sniper in. I'm not sure, he just completely missed the entry, went right up into the wall. But it's the second time we've seen that we've seen that 8 car get up into the wall, but he's done a very, very good job of keeping it up and not bringing it down, and in front of the whole field. So he's done a very, here he comes now looking to gain that spot back for 4th. So that 8 car.
I'm giving some Woody some track time. Woody has not had any track time tonight. Any video time. We're gonna give Woody some video time as he's battling with Anxious Yeti right now. Woody's getting some camera love. Ooh. Oh, as he moves Yeti a little bit.
Careful. Anxious Yeti, I don't think Anxious Yeti anticipated Woody getting that kind of a run, but Woody carried a load of steam into that corner. No harm, no foul. That was, it's short track racing. No harm, no foul.
It is, and I will say this. Look, I mean, at the end of the day, there probably will be some hurt feelings at the end of this race. But this race right here, I was expecting to be in this race some hurt feelings. I do not think there will be at the end of this race. Everybody has given everybody plenty of room.
Yep, and very patient as Yeti got up into the wall a little bit right in front of Woody.
But you see how Woody's running. You see how Woody's running. Before Woody puts those left sides in the black, coming out of the turn. I feel like that's a little dangerous.
If he does, he's the way he's got it set up. Look at him. He goes way up high, and then he comes down. He's almost kind of trying to use that diamond. He's kind of searching around. It looks like he's way up high now. So he's kind of searching around, trying to find out what line is best for him. What is the best line for him? Is it a kind of a diamond pattern? Is it up? Is it middle? Is it a little bit of both? Is it up in, that high line in turn 1 and 2, and maybe the middle, or kind of a diamond pattern in 3 and 4? Looks like Woody's doing a very good job up into the wall. As soon as I said that, right in front of Travis.
Yep, I switched over to Jared. And we're looking at Jared, but I haven't given Travis enough track time, so let's give Travis some track time.
Yeah, but Travis went right around.
Trav Nation wants the Trav on the screen.
Yeah, you gotta give Travis some camera love there. Trav Nation, it wants to see good old Trav and see how he, if he can pull these leaders back in that number 89 Chevy.
Yeah, this is new to Travis. He ran a little bit of part-time Xfinity last season, but he primarily was Cup and truck, so he went from Cup Custom to Truck Flatters. So he hasn't really had enough practice in the Xfinity Custom Series.
Yep. And that goes for quite a few of these drivers. A couple of these new guys. You know, looking down, and I think we have one car out of the race now, Jinx, and that unfortunately is that 10 car of Exotic. Looks like he's taking it. Yeah, he's taking it to the garage, and that's heartbreaking there. That is absolute heartbreaking for Exotic. It looks like he's had to take it to the garage. But like I was saying, I mean, you know, there's quite a few of these guys. You know, one guy, a good friend of mine that's joined Hammerdown in that 92 Charger Sphinx, he's been more, you know, that I've known him, has been, you know, more familiar with the Cup cars. So this Xfinity, he was very, very excited to start this Xfinity season to get more experience with these Xfinity cars, and he's, you know, he's putting in a lot of practice. I practice with him, but he puts in a lot of practice during the week. And, you know, but guys like him, you know, haven't been and not very familiar with these Xfinity cars. As the 7 car, I see the 7 car down on the apron there, Jinx. Anxious Yeti, as he's almost kind of stuck there, right there on the apron. He finally gets it going now. I'm not exactly sure what happened and caused it. As he's coming down, he's going to roll it around and bring it down pit road. But unfortunately, and this is going to be a killer for him, Jinx, he's down the wrong pit road. He went down the wrong pit road, which that's heartbreaking in itself. Riding with Anxious here now, as he's now coming back around and coming down the right pit road on the front stretch. So he's finally got that 7 car down pit road to make a pit stop. Not exactly sure what happened, but he was stuck there on that seam where the apron meets the track, right there on that seam. And it took him a little while to get that thing off of that seam. But Anxious Yeti is going to lose a lot of time with that, a lot of time. Woody's around too. And the 38, and the big wreck, the 90 comes, and the 90 of Canute, he got loose again, coming off of turn 2, and the same thing that we saw in stage 1 with Canute, that back end just swung right around on him, almost like he was on ice. Those back tires just couldn't find any grip. That back end came right around on him. As now he's coming down pit road to maybe tighten that up and get some damage, but another unfortunate spin there for Canute, and he is definitely not having the race that he sure as heck wanted here at Bristol. But you know, we're in stage 2, so we still got a lot of time to go. But,
hold on. I have to address this now, and maybe it's this is me personally. I, as an owner, listen to my drivers, and I have a comment here on the stream from Wayne Broom, W Broom. Everybody knows him as W Broom. He stopped the best driver. He's saying we stopped the best driver from racing who dominated all your Xfinity drivers. But I will tell you this right now. I have heard many stories of W Broom, and the stories I've heard, I do not want that in my league. So W Broom, I know I haven't commented against you, and I haven't replied to you. I've listened to other drivers. I've also raced against you too. But you as a person, I don't like. Keep your name out of my stream. Keep your name out of Hammerdown. That's it.
And there you have it. And there you have it. As, you know, back on the track, as looking here now, with, I think, Henson now starting, I think he's starting to put some laps, put some guys a lap down a little bit. I think Collins just went a lap down, I think, maybe. Is that Collins? Yeah, I think it was Collins. As these guys are really, really spread out now. I'll get a lap count here. We're at 47 of 81 here in stage 2. So and the A car, there's the A car coming down pit road now. So I'm wondering if we're going to start having some green flag stops, or if this is an unscheduled spot or unscheduled stop. But the A car of Maydale now down pit road. We've got 33 laps to go.
Yep. And Front Row Racing has said Jinx, he is not welcome in many of other leagues. So.
Yep. And I know that you know, at FTR there were some issues there as well when he was in FTR.
So it is what it is. It's not about him. It's about what's on the track right now.
Yep. And Maydale Be With You is now back out of the pits, back onto the track. So I know that he.
And your boy Charger Sphinx, man. Charger Sphinx run that 92 Halloween scheme. I know he's Halloween in August, but I like that paint scheme a little bit. As do me a favor, I have to go do something. I had to go grab my wife from my neighbor, so
it's life.
I'm gonna put it on Henson and just comment with it. Or hold on, let's put it on a battle. Let's put it on. Let me try to find something that's good that can be entertaining. It's on Sniper.
All right.
All right.
Well, that's a good spot to put it on with Sniper.
And then Shady Acres is a broadcaster extraordinaire, and he will be with you for the next 5 to 10 minutes. So enjoy, Hammerdown Nation.
Yeah, take your time, Jinx, as these guys here in the Xfinity Series with Hammerdown Thursday night at Bristol. And these guys are putting on a very, very good race. We've only had one caution so far. So it is a surprise, surprise, just one caution so far, as we are past the halfway point of stage 2. Looks like we've got about I think we're under 20 laps now, I believe, in stage 2. As we looked, and Trinity, looks like Trinity's coming down pit road as well. And I think we got a couple of cars and Chargers in that 92. He's down pit road as well. So green flag stops being made here at the end of stage 2. So I think we got about, I'm trying to look at the lap count. We have 58 of 81, I think, and 23. So I think we've got about, I don't know, about 14 or 15 laps, I do believe, here in stage 2. We've only had the one caution, as Field Filler and Maydale, he was in the pits, so he's trying to make up as much ground as he can under green before we get to the end of the stage. Henson, your current leader in that 5 car. Surprise, surprise. Henson in that 5 started in the tail end in the back of the field and worked his way up, as he's a bit on cruise control now in that 5 car, as he's as I'm riding with him now, as he's coming up on some lap traffic. As looking now as Collins in the 15, he's down pit road, as you see, Hammerdown Nation on Hammerdown YouTube. And Collins in the 15, he just completed his stop. He's back out on the track. So we're coming to the end here of stage 2. Kind of looking around. There's not much going on. These guys, very, very impressive how these guys have shown a lot of pace. There's a 9-car, a field filler now down pit road as well. So the 9-car field filler down pit road, as taking a look in on our leader, and that's the 5-car of Henson. As Henson looked like he's trying to make some cars a lap down. As Trapp in the 36 gonna be the next victim, as he gives Henson the top side, and Henson goes right on around and puts Trapp yet another lap down. So they're picking them up and laying them down at a pretty steady clip here at Bristol. Trying to get a little bit of a leaderboard. Looks like I think we've got maybe 6 laps to go now, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like I think we got about 6 laps to go. So these guys are making quick work of Bristol here tonight, but doing a very, very good job. Ooh, and who was that got, I think it was Field Filler. He did everything, but I think it was him. I think he did everything but wreck that thing, as he got real sideways. Almost like he was drifting around the corner. I think it was, I'm pretty sure, but I'm pretty sure it was, but I might be wrong. It might have been Swamp. And Swamp now goes under the 89. And he's got Field Filler in tow. So these guys are really, really spread out. The last of the leaderboard that I have is from 11th place on, 11th to 15th, as Chargers is 11th, Collins is 12th, Anxious COVID Yeti is 13th, Canute 14th, and Exotic, unfortunately, who has taken it behind the wall, is 15th. So we have less than 11 cars on the lead lap with these guys to make some green flag stops, and we have now just come to the end of stage 2. So Henson takes stage 2. Filski grabs second. Good run for Filski in that 18. Filski gets second. And then Travis comes home third. Jared in fourth. Sniper fifth. Maydale gets sixth. Field Filler comes around seventh. Trinity comes eighth. And Trapp in ninth. And Woody in 10th. So there's your top 10 after stage 2. Henson takes that win of stage 2. But what a good run by the 18 of Filski. Filski has worked his way up there, has been very, very quiet, but that 18 really had a good run as we now start stage 3. Henson still your leader, and Sniper on the outside. So, and these cars all bunched together on the restart, but doing a very, very good job, showing a lot of patience and a lot of respect here tonight. Definitely very, very surprising, pleasantly surprised that these guys, everybody was really worried about how many cautions were going to be. As we see, looks like, as just as I say that, we got a wreck down at the bottom. Field Filler in the 9. Trinity in the 51 also. Field Filler ended up down pit road. As I think it was Collins in that 15 also collected in that. But we are still green. I am surprised a caution wasn't thrown on that. As field filler, I think he ended up getting pitted as that spin and as that wreck happened right before the entrance of pit road. And I think field filler, he may have gone low to try to avoid it. I'm not exactly sure, but field filler definitely ended up coming down pit road, and I'm certain that was not a scheduled pit stop on his part. But we are back to racing. As now looks like I think Henson, and there's Maydale in the 8 and Sniper in the 7. I believe it is Sniper with the lead right now. Sniper in their lead, Maydale second, Henson in third. I believe that is the running order. And kind of going back through the field. And let's get it on Collins, as all of our viewers are now watching Collins. And Collins in that 15. That looking back up at the front as Sniper maintains the lead. Maydale in second, but he's got that 5 car of Henson breathing right down his neck. Not right up onto that bumper, pulls right up onto that bumper of that 8 car. And Maydale running that high line, which is where Henson is, so gonna be interesting to see if Henson drops down to try to get underneath of this 8 car. And we are in stage 3, so now's the time. You know, we're definitely gonna see some pit stops, whether it's green flag or caution. Looks like we have about 112 laps to go, I believe, left in this race. We're at 192 of 300, I believe. As Sniper running a very good race in that 07 car. Looking back towards the back. These guys really spread out. And Filski, I believe, is Filski in that second spot, I think. Trying to get a running order, but I think Filski might be in. I think Filski is in second. And if I'm not mistaken, there's only 2 cars. If I'm not mistaken, there are only 2 cars on the lead lap, and that is Henson and Filski. Filski, I believe, got his lap back. I think with those round of pits. I mean, into the wall. Who was that? Trying to find out who was in that, who got into the wall. I missed it. I saw somebody come right off of the corner and smack that wall. Quite possibly may have been Canute. It could have been. I'm not exactly sure who it was. But once again, it's a single car, and he kept on going straight, so there is no caution. As these guys really put it down. But as I was saying, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Filski in that 18 is in second. Only 2 cars on the lead, so I think, if I'm not mistaken, I got this, looking at the stream, as we are, looks like now under caution. Caution is out. Looks like the 7 car of Anxious Yeti got turned around. So the 7 did get turned around of Anxious Yeti and has brought out the caution. As looking up and trying to get the leaders. Come on, move on up there. Oh, come on, go up, 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 up. Come on, Canoe, go on up. I'm on Canoe Street hoping he goes up so I get the leader. There we go. Okay, so Henson is in first, Filski second, Sniper's in third, Jared in fourth, 1 lap down. So Jared is going to get his lap back, and there will be 4 cars on the lead lap. Travis in 5th, Maydale 6th, Chargers in 7th, Trinity in 8th, Trap in 9th, and Woody in 10th. That is your top 10, with 4 cars now on the lead lap, as Jared, now this recipient of the lucky dog, as looks like we saw Trinity get up into the wall a little bit on that restart, as he kept it up off out of the groove. Oh, and Chargers Finks in the 92 got loose coming off and spun it around. Oh man, Chargers came off of that corner and just got it loose, and it went around on them in that 92 car, as Chargers are having a great run in 7th position. I believe he was 7th, 2 laps down, and he took it for a spin. But we are under 100 laps now in stage 3. Oh man, hate seeing that for Chargers, but he's got some time. He can catch back up and keep that top 10. And as I was saying, now we have 4 cars on the lead lap, as Jared now starting to come up through the field slowly but surely, as he was the recipient of the lucky dog in this last caution. So we have 4 cars on the lead lap now. As Travis in the 89, he got down to the apron. I think he got a little loose, broke loose. He regained control, and he's kicking. As we got this 7 car of Yeti, he got loose off of the corner, and he spun it out again. And once again, Yeti is caught right there, and he finally got in reverse, but he got caught again in that little groove where the apron meets the banking. He now gets it going, and absolute heartbreaking for Yeti. Oh man, I hope he's feeling better from the COVID. And definitely pulling for Yeti. The winner of Daytona. So he is locked into the playoffs. But he's still looking to gain some much needed playoff points. I'm not sure what happened with Yeti again, as Yeti really has his hands full with that 7, as he's now coming down pit road. back out on the track as Henson in the 5 car now has taken the lead from Sniper. The Sniper right there with him, though. Sniper's not letting him go. Sniper in that 07 in second, right on Henson's heels, and he's doing everything in his power not to let Henson get away and run away with it as he gets up into the wall just a little bit. Fortunately, didn't lose any momentum. As trying to go back and check in as Yeti now. Yeti, unfortunately, oh man, he is taking it to the garage. Oh man, that's heartbreak for Yeti. Been fighting COVID, so I hope you're feeling better, Yeti, and I hope we'll see you back at it next week. I know you'll be back at it strong in that 7 car, but I hope you get well, man. And back out on the track as you're looking at here at Collins as he and Chargers, as he gets around Chargers in that 92, as he's right on the heels now of Canute. I'm not sure if this is for position. I think Canute's several laps down than Collins, as looks like we are under 80 laps to go now. I believe we have 79 laps to go. As Collins gets up into the wall just a little bit and gives that wall a kiss for good luck. That's kind of my saying. I give the wall a kiss, good luck, although it never gives me any good luck. And Woody in that 38 coming, looks like he got loose off of the corner. I don't see any or much damage, so I think he just broke loose off of the corner. Was able to get control of it and not get into that inside wall. But Woody's got that 38 pointed in the right direction. Very surprised as Travis now up into the wall on that 89. And Travis got up into the wall a little bit. As Collins in the 15. Looks like he has his hands full a little bit with that 15 car. Riding with them, and looks like he's getting a little bit loose now. As these guys definitely have some wear now on their tires. And looks like we have, if I'm not mistaken, I believe we have 73 laps to go. I believe there's 73 laps, and these guys are picking up and putting them down at a pretty fast clip. Very good race tonight at Bristol with these guys. Very impressed with how these guys are doing. And, ooh, and who's that? Canute right in front of Collins. And Canute, it looks like he got in a wall right in front of Collins. Was able to get a hold of it. And Collins able to get around at oh, and Canute breaks and spun it around. Oh man, Canute just got it spun. Oh man, Canute, man, he has his hands full with that 90 car and has had his hands full all night.
All right, I'm back. I am back. It took a lot longer than expected, but so
well, that's all right.
Where are we at? Who's the leader?
Well, I believe
I see Trap here with nobody in front of him. Well,
yep. Well, Henson is the leader. We
shocking.
only have 4 cars on the lead lap, and coming in stage 3, as stage 3 began, Sniper in the '07, who's now second, he jumped out to a good lead here at the beginning of stage 3, and Henson just reeled him in. And now Henson out front with Sniper in second. Sniper was doing everything he could and still trying everything he can to not let that 5 car get out of his sight.
Yeah, so how many laps do we have left?
We are under 70. I will get a lap count this time by as... Here we go, and we come across the line, and looks like we have 65. Looks like we have 65 laps to go. And we have one more car that's unfortunately had to take it behind the wall, and that was the 7 car of Anxious Yeti.
Yep.
Yeah, Anxious. He's had a tough night, man. He broke it sideways, and he got caught right there at that seam, that right where that joint is, right where in the middle of the turn, where the apron meets the banking. He actually got caught there, and his front tires were caught there, and he couldn't get it going. He couldn't get it off of it. Yeah. So he lost a lot of time, and then it didn't just happen once to Yeti, it happened twice. He got that thing caught against that seam there where the apron meets the banking.
Yeah.
Not once, but twice. And he unfortunately has had to take it behind the garage.
No.
Yeah.
Birthday. He must have broke an axle.
Something, man. I mean, it's heartbreaking for him. I know
but he's locked in. He just wanted to get some points.
Yep, I was just mentioning that he won Daytona, so he still wanted to. He's fight. You know, every point matters, and when we get into playoff time, he's trying to get as many playoff points as he possibly can for when they get in the playoffs. But he's going to lose out a little bit tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he was able to finish stages 1 and 2, so if he got some stage points, he's going to be able to capitalize on them. But
I think we've got 58 laps to go this time by, I believe.
58 to go, so we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here.
Yep. And we haven't seen any green flag stops yet, so still these guys are going to have to make a pit stop. We have gone caution free here in stage 3, so once again, no caution
free.
Yep, caution free in stage 3.
As these guys are going to try to